Hello, and welcome to another Red Dragon cast. Yes, we're still going to be doing a few of these every now and again. And today we are doing a 2v2 on Ronsan Harbour. And so, on the right hand side, in blue, playing as blue for, we have Darth Kobe and Dominic 1994. And on the left hand side, in red, playing as red for, we got Military Sans Frontiers, Big Boss, and Prince Eugene. This replay was sent in by Darth Kobe, or Corby, so thank you very much. So, let's speed things up and get things going. It's been a while since we've seen Ronsan Harbour. I don't think it's a particularly good map, just because it's an infantry spam map. That's really the way you run it, and artillery spam too a little bit. But anyway, off we go. We got 11C on standby, an Aerofighter Typhoon racing to find its mark. Ka-52 racing into the middle, two Ka-52s actually. And some preemptive smoke here. So we're going to see what they're going to be doing. But damn, if that Nuke Hawk can just lay down on its infantry, could do a lot of damage. Eurofighter intercepting the Su-24M, and a bit silly bringing that plane up when there's a fighter on the prowl, but hey, I guess that's what you gotta do. And the continued smoke, which I'm guessing is the cover, so he can move up into the town. And yes, our Commando 90s are Anzac guys in full force. And we've got some Spetsnaz and Moshoka Pehota, so a rather even fight. The Spetsnaz using their rocket launchers, great effect. And there's that nuke fog. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, goes the Red 4 infantry. But the Su-24M is going to be delivering its due justice. It sounded like due, and I meant to say de so... Well, we all know how I speak at this point. And now my game's actually froze up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing. I promise I have a non-potato computer. Now the Commando's just going to beat them up. Really just an outnumbering there, as the rest of the Red 4 infantry. They managed to get Draco because Blue 4 didn't bother to go in there, so they got that going for them. But they need to get some better defensive in Foxtrot, because you do not want to leave, and yeah, it's pretty much whole open in their front. And also, if they lose Foxtrot, the Southern Echo's going to be cut off from resupply, and that's not good at all. Now we got some Warriors providing fire support, Mi-28. Oh damn. One missile, 2 kills out on the supply trucks. Not good. And we're back at it. And the Spetsnaz, yeah, they'll not be doing too great by themselves. I mean, there's a lot of commandos still. There's some VDVs, so maybe the VDVs will be able to break through. Trying to dodge bombs left and right like it's Dance Dance Revolution. Another Nuke Hawk will drop it in the payload. And, oh yeah, that's a lot of bombs from both sides. But Red 4 has managed to gain a foothold into the town. Spetsnaz and VDVs now chase Blue into Charlie, but they're getting the reinforcements, of course, probably some more commandos. And as this K-52 and Mi-28 repositioning to steal this, to deal with this little attack over here. That's a Mortar 2s and a Mortar 1 and a Mortar 2 now. Trying to push on through, but actually could have killed a K-50. Did have the autocannon capability, but yeah, Mi-28 finished him up. And the Crow Tower is not in range, nowhere near range to really deal with that helicopter threat, but Blue 4 still has some infantry units set up in this little area here, so you still have a foothold into Delta, which is good, of course. There's some Spetsnaz setting in as well, completely bypassing the Blue 4 infantry, as the Sassers and Commandos go at it. And the Spetsnaz did take some heavy losses, and yeah, it is just your infantry fight. And the Panda Grenadiers going out with Spetsnaz, but Spetsnaz have the rocket launcher. So they're going to be forced to retreat unless there's commando support and artillery support, and that's exactly what they're getting. F113 finishing up the infantry in the middle, and the commando's going to be able to move through freely. Yeah, there's more reinforcements, lots of infantry from Red 4, of course, as they try to make a ray into Foxtrot. The other commandos are already slowly moving through. No reason to get any rocket hits before they get into the town, though. And there's Spetsnaz unloading, the Rust Marines unloading too, and then MA-4A, which is actually a pretty good helicopter choice for this situation. It's got 128 rockets, which is a lot of rockets, an awful lot of rockets. A little bit of airplane play over. I think one plane got shot down, but it's underwater now, so we can't see. It's going pretty round for blue for there. Still keeping up the pressure in middle. They got a foothold in Delta. They'll lose an echo at the start. It is rather not good. And there's a Nukevark. And they're just bringing in these planes left, right, and centre. And they're helping out a ton, as you can see. And same for Red 4 with the Su-24Ms. It's just both sides are just giving a lot of high explosive bombs. That is, and they're both using effectively the once again you could use on this map just high explosive carpet bombers. I mean, they cover a large area and they do a lot of bing bada boom. And the commandos in the middle. And more infantry reinforcements as a Crow-Tau. And that's just a lot of commandos, yeah. Really, it is just commandos. Lynx are trying to get some ATGM hits on a TATB, but that's not going too well. And the commandos are moving through into the salient, but they are completely surrounded by Red 4 infantry. The Rust Marines going at it. The commandos barely holding on. There's the artillery. A bit of fire support there from the M113s and Aslav's going to help out a ton. But I'm just waiting for Su-24M to come over. Eurofighter Typhoon getting a good kill on the Mi-28 over here. And the Russian infantry is forced to retreat. And just give me a second. There we go. And oh, here we go. It's this unit that they needed all this time. The Baratino. The Baratino will make him cry tears of Satan. As a napalm. Yet huge cluster of infantry. Yes, just reason to get burned. Here he's pulling back because he doesn't want to get hit by the mortar run, of course. And the BT-80 gets the kill in the mortar. And the Baratino, it's going to get bombed by the Harrier GR7. And it dies. Damn, that's a really good kill here. Knocking out the Baratino. All those airstrikes on it. It's a smart idea. There wasn't really too many places that you could hide it on this map either. It's rather open in the middle if you discount the entire urban sprawl. So that's definitely saved them a lot of future heartache. As the T-72s move up. And then pretty good spot covering this open ground. They don't want to get too close though, because rocket launchers. Su-24M dropping in more bombs. And Red 4 does have good fire support above the town too, so Blue 4's going to have to be careful as they go for its narrow choke point area. And there's a bomb and run from the Su-24M. Here comes the Mirage SF and Tornado IDS. And now we got some Chasseurs and Legion 90s. I mean, surely they must be running out of commandos at this point. I understand it's only 17 minutes in, but you can only have so many commando 90s. There's only so many people you can get from land down under. And there's a bomb and run, yeah, knocking out a decent chunk of those BTRs. And Electric Voodoo just to boot. As it tries to do some Voodoo launch and Yak run for run. Intercepting the outer missile, so it's going to have to use its cannon. Will it get the cannon kill? Yes, it does. Must have been practicing on DCS. And GR7 dropping its payload, and T-80B gets a kill. It still has it in it. The anti-tank capabilities, of the Harrier. I mean, it's pretty funny. One of the best ATGM planes to use for a while was the Harrier GR7. They've spotted the CV because, of course, it's out in the open. Not much, nowhere to really hide it. I mean, it's better to use infantry CVs on this map. And the ECR that's flying around. Here's the company Su-27PU. It does get shot down to Charlotte and M finishing off the plane. The one thing I do like about this map, though, is its giant useless area of water. I know there's a naval version of this map that does make it useful, but it's fun to have dogfights over here. It's good air superiority brawl, as you don't have to worry about AA units. It does, make his part of the map very, very tight, as you can see. And Blue 4 slowly breaking through into Foxtrot. Getting some good bombs there. Su-24Ms going to be returning in kind. And there's the bomb and run there from the F-1C. Really, both sides are using airplanes to quite a good extent, which is a smart idea. Damn, Eurofighter getting the reach around on the SU, yeah. Rather lucky kill. And here comes some Fusilier 90s now. You really must be running over those commandos, yeah. But Fusilier 90s are still pretty good. They're only regular line infantry, but yeah, Law 80 is stupidly good rocket launch, like jeez. For a 15-point squad, that is a very good RPG. The Blue 4 point rise, they are rather low. They're only slowly gaining that plus run right now because they have Delta under their control and the CV and Foxtrot is killed. So all Red 4 really needs to do is put another CV into Foxtrot, neutralize the point. And heck, they could neutralize Delta. They still have a foothold in the area. Oh, Commando 90's in a good spot. But they did get spotted, and they're going to get finished off by those MI4s and Russian Marines. And Blue 4's moving through with some Vickers Mark 11s. The RBS takes pot shots. Oh, Tornado getting intercepted by Yak. Does get shot down. Su-24M dropping in its bombs. Harrier GR7. What are you doing? I'm guessing he lost his target, so he's gonna go back round again. You gonna drop those pave rays, buddy? You got Eurofighter covering you. And the Clerk now moving up an actual heavy battle tank here. It's going to be forced to retreat because of that Mi-28 in the air. The Roland is protecting its French general buddy. Really get the kill? Really get the kill? Yes, it does. And there we go, another free me to restart. That one wasn't too bad. I'll mess with my video settings after the video done. Okay, yeah. Maybe I need to thaw out my computer a little bit. constant artillery and harass Marines by what seems to be. We've got M27, M270 I mean. Some panda mortars being brought up. But yeah, no heavy artillery in the back here. I think they're just mainly using mortar artillery pieces to get the job done. And it's still a, well, yeah, pretty much a, for now, what I'm trying to bloody say, a stalemate in the middle. But you only got Spetsnaz crews here, which is not enough. I'm getting Red Force running out of infantry too. On this map, you really do need to just build a special mechanized deck where all you have is just infantry. Just infantry. Just all the infantry you could bring. Don't bother with man-pad or ATGMs, just get as much line infantry and shock infantry as you can. And some Centaurian marksmen too. Give them some good air cover here. And Blue Force slowly gaining that +1 point advantage, continuous bombing runs, but they still have the town under their control, and they're pretty content just keeping Delta as it is for now. And wrestling in the Lynx A87s, the 20 mils, I think the artillery is hitting them a little bit, yeah, and a BTR-90 getting some good shots, but they're wrestling, they're going to almost snipe the CV, they get a spot though, which is an important part. And so I'm guessing that place is about to see some freedom bombs very soon. Unless they actually move the CV, which they're not going to. And Blue Force going to be bringing the CV, I'm guessing, into Foxtrot. Because they do need all the points they can get in this 12 minutes left. Yeah, over +2 now. You can definitely catch up with +2. But even with a +1, you still have quite a bit of leeway to catch up. Oh, there we go. And they pretty much cleared out Echo, yeah. With a good flank around with a Vicky Mark 11 and some Panzer Grenadiers. And some BMPTs. But yeah, Red 4, they're out of infantry at this point. They are not going to be able to take us back. And the blue guys are still spamming in the Panzer Grenadiers. Only so many planes can do so much. Now, +2, they're going to be overtaking Red 4. And there goes MSF. And that'll be a good game, Darth Kobe. And Dominic taking the victory by just a 1,500, 600 point advantage. And that was a pretty standard match on one shot on the harbour. It is a very meat grindy map. It's the most meat grindiest of the map. If you were to throw a lot of infantry into that middle town, you could just grind it for a little bit and you'd get some very nice fine chili. But yeah, decent match overall, and I'm going to leave it off here. It's been another Angry Cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.